The ceremony was presided over by the Anglican Church, with whom the dedicated soldier worshipped. For Channel 1, I am Wycliffe Okech.
Thank you, Wycliffe Okech, for that report. Now, the fallen Chief of the Defence Forces, General Francis Ogola, was laid to rest in strict adherence. I think I've just taken that particular story, but let's move on, where President Dr. William Ruto has assured the country and the family of the late Chief of Defence Forces, that is General Francis Ogola, that no stone will be left unturned in unearthing the cause of the helicopter crash that killed the KDF boss. Now, the President has expressed confidence in Major General John Omenda's team to investigate the accident and deliver the true findings. Now, the President's assurance followed pressure from the opposition, who called for the details of the accident to be laid bare to remove doubts in the minds of Kenyans. Let's get the details of that particular story.
Of the fallen Chief of Defence Forces, General Francis Ogola, did not go without political undertones surrounding the events of the August 2022 elections at the Bomas of Kenya. Defence Cabinet Secretary Aden Duale said General Francis Ogola had no intention to overturn the results of the August 2022 presidential elections. Duale said General Ogola was following the orders of his superiors.
Honorable Raila Odinga was very right. Very right. And I came today to qualify his statement that General Ogola, a man he knows, would not have gone to bomb us. And the people who sent him to bomb us, some of them are here.
There is this allegation that General Ogola went to bomb us to try and change the elections. If you accuse Orengo of me, you can accuse me. I can plead guilty. I know, even when I went there, I was just overpowered. I was just overpowered.
To confirm his innocence, Duale recounted that General Ogola shared text messages telling his superiors that he had no business at the Bomas of Kenya, but was ordered to remain at the National Tallying Center.
And the 411 came while he was in Bomas, saying the results will be announced at 3. And General Ogola then again sent a text message and saying, now that the result will be announced at 3, as a general, as a soldier, what am I doing here? And he was told, stay with your colleague. That text message is there.
Duale said the events at the Bomas led to the decision by the government to ban future members of the National Security Advisory Committee from delegating their duties to their juniors.
The IG, the DG NIS, the Head of Public Service, PS Interior, PS Defense, CDF, PS Foreign Affairs, PS Treasury, and the Solicitor General can never again delegate the attendance of that membership to their juniors.
Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndede Nyoro says that the government should invest more in agriculture by providing fertilizers to farmers, especially during this rainy season, in a bid to boost their produce. Speaking at a church service in Murang'a County, Nyoro also paid his tribute to General Francis Ogola, highlighting the general's exemplary service to the nation.
Tumeona nchi ambayo inajitoteresha kitumbo in terms of food security ni nchi ambayo inaonekana iko dhabiti. We wish the family of General Ogola and all those who lost their lives peace that surpasses all human understanding.
One person has been confirmed dead while 5 others are still missing after a boat they were traveling in capsized in Lake Baringo, that is in Baringo County. While confirming the incident, Baringo County Police Commander Julius Kirago said 23 church members, mostly youth from Revival Church, were en route to Kokwa Island when the tragedy struck. Kirago said 17 people were rescued and a search has commenced.
On board there were 23 people or children who were heading to, and Out of the 23, we were able to rescue about 17, those who've been found. And out of the 17, unfortunately, we lost one.
These are teenagers, 3 girls, 2 boys as well, teenagers, na mama moja.
They are going to come out when they are still alive. That is our wish, and we are going to be here until we make sure has been rescued from the lake.
To the Olympic champion Paris Jepchirchir and Kenya's lone representative in the men's category, Alex, of the 44th edition of the London Marathon. Jepchirchir won the race in a women's only world 16 minutes and 16 seconds, while Munyao clocked 2 hours, 4 minutes and 1 second to
Paris Jepchirchir clocked 2 hours, 16 minutes and the previous women's only world record held by compatriot Mary Keitany by 46 seconds. Jepchirchir won the race ahead of the world record holder Tigis Asefa and Kenya's Joycelyn Chepkos podium dash. Former world marathon record holder Bridget Kosgei and her compatriot Chepngetich finished 5th, 6th and 9th respectively. In the Alexander Mutiso clocked 2 hours, 04 minutes and 01 seconds to win the men's title, relegating multiple world track and field Kenenisa Bekele and 2022 world marathon champion Ethiopia's Timera Tola to second respectively.
To the ongoing doctors' strike, where the Kenya Medical Practitioners Union maintains that doctors' strike is still on. This comes as negotiations continue and issues including the posting of interns. Through the officials, the medical practitioners who have since reduced some of their for fruitful negotiations.
The Kenya Medical Practitioners Union Secretary General Dovji Atela and his deputy Dennis Miskela are medical sector.
And the SRC circular even was suspended by the court. So we need to wait for a litigation process which can take 2 years, 3 years. But this issue was what made us to be on the street. It's important to really note that it has to be sorted out as per the CBA that we signed.
Because sometimes as a union we get frustrated that people don't realize that these offices we hold them in public.
Urged the ministry officials to emulate the late General Francis Ogola, who streamlined services in the military.
KMPD has been all at times to do collaborations with the military, for which the military have been providing us with the doctors who work there. So this loss was quite really saddened the union.
Just the way they're able to us in the barracks and as they protect us as doctors, we also requesting and asking for that. We feel like nobody has cared for the carer.
As negotiations on the ongoing doctor, the KMPDU officials say they are determined to ensure a solution is achieved.
We can compromise and have a timeline of implementation of some of these things, but with clear-cut plan. We want doctors to be employed, so then we have to come up with the modalities of doing it. They can't say we're going to employ doctors and then tomorrow we have doctors.
The posting of medical interns.
Government holds the stand they had before when it started negotiation, and even now. I think if that was softened and the letters become posted in batches as per the CBA.
Their efforts are geared towards ensuring the implementation bargaining agreement.
To Sports Now, and I hope this story is going to make Victor how Arsenal performed, but I think since Gor Mahia won, it should actually give FKF Premier League defending champions Gor Mahia registered a narrow 1-0 victory of in an entertaining Mashemeje derby match played at the Nyayo National Stadium. Three Chargers currently top the league with 57 points, 19 points ahead of 8th place.
Gor Mahia took charge of the game from the onset, dominating the early minutes of the first. took an early halftime lead in the 30th minute thanks to Austin Odhiambo's goal. Goal men 5 minutes later, but proved to be control, forcing a 1-0 halftime lead. In the second half, both teams got back in all points at full time. Following the win, the Jonathan McKinstry Chargers topped the league and 19 points ahead of 8th place FC Leopards. In other matches, Tusker registered a 1-0 as Morangasil battled to a goalless draw with Modern Youth.
Well, that story by Dan Mwendo brings us to the end of the news this morning. Thank you so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Kenya. But together with Micah still on standby, they'll be taking through the rest of the program. That is Good Morning Kenya. But right now, to Victor to continue with the people and politics. Our guests are already arriving in studio. My name is Yambo. Next time.